The mystery of Bermuda Triangle. Bermuda Triangle is a triangular area in the Atlantic Ocean between Florida, Bermuda Islands, and Puerto Rico. Over the last 100 years or so, there have been numerous inexplicable disappearances. Thousands of people and hundreds of ships and aircrafts have gone missing from the area. On rare occasions, the ships have been found, but without the managing crew and all the supplies intact. And on other occasions they have disappeared like they never existed, just vanished in thin air. On some accounts, debris has been washed ashore including radars and compasses with no apparent glitch in them. No one knows the truth behind these disappearances, but a few claim to have unearthed the Bermuda Triangle truth. 1. The ghastly tale of Marie Celeste. On the fateful day of December 5, 1872, Marie Celeste set sail from New York Harbor to carry cargo to a specified destination. But unfortunately, the ship never made it to the point. After several search and rescue efforts, the ship was found adrift in Bermuda Triangle, but sans its crew of 11 people. Personal belongings, food containers, precious cargo, and lifeboats were still there on the ship. What's more speculative is that there was rotten food on the plates in the dining area. What happened to these people to make them abandon their safe haven, in the middle of the violent sea, that too right in the middle of a meal? 2. Ghostly presence and disappearance of Ellen Austin. Out of all the accounts of Bermuda Triangle myths, this one is really spooky and unnerving. This is the story of a ship, Ellen Austin, falling trap to a ship that was considered to be a bad omen. In 1881, while Ellen Austin was on its way, the crew came across an abandoned ship that had all the amenities intact but not a single crew member on board. In an effort to salvage the ship, some of Ellen Austin's crew hopped onto the nameless ship to maneuver it to New York. During the course, Ellen Austin's crew lost track of the abandoned ship. When they came across it again, the ghostly ship was again crewless. That is when Ellen Austin transmitted for a rescue ship. It was communicated that Ellen Austin was again dispatching a few of its crew members to the nameless ship. Upon reaching the communicated point, rescue ships never found any of the two. Both Ellen Austin and the ghostly ship had disappeared. Hitherto, there are several accounts of sightings of Ellen Austin with that ghostly ship, trying to mislead the ships or just trying to capture the dispatched crew members. 3. The fateful end of USS Cyclops. The USS Cyclops was a beast of a ship, commissioned by U.S. government to aid the British forces, during World War I. The collier ship set sail to Brazil at the break of dawn in late February, 1918. However, it never reached its destination. It was last seen off the coast of Barbados on March 4. Search teams were sent out to salvage the Iron Giant, but as we know, it was of no avail. When the families of 306 crew members started asking questions, the U.S. government doubled its search operations. But just when there was no hope left, the government disclosed that there were no SOS calls, no wreckages, no sudden storms, and no remains of the ship. With sincere poignancy, the government declared the ship to be lost and its inhabitants to be dead. Needless to say, it was the greatest loss ever to the U.S. Navy. What makes this more interesting, or creepy, is that two other collier ships, USS Proteus and USS Nereus, were doomed with the same fate in the year 1941. There were no accounts but just memories left of these ships too. 4. Disappearance of Flight 19. The most infamous of the disappearances in the Triangle is of Flight 19. On the eve of December 5, 1945, 5 of the best Avenger bombers of the U.S. Navy vanished into thin air, while carrying out a routine mission. The squadron's commander, Lieutenant Charles Taylor, was constantly in touch with the base until his frequency broke down, mid-sentence. There was no static or lost signal, just complete breakage in the link. Those 5 aircrafts were never seen or heard of again. To top it all, the rescue force dispatched to recover the planes too never returned. The rescue force vanished in a similar fashion when their frequency broke down mid-sentence. After years of investigation, the case was closed with a tag of case unknown. 5. Mystery of Marine Sulphur Queen. In 1960, Marine Sulphur Queen was converted into a carrier of molten sulfur from being a T2 tanker. It was a 600-foot giant built in 1944 for the purpose of storage. On the ill-fated day of February 2 in 1963, it set sail to its concluding journey. At that time it was carrying 15,000 tons of molten sulfur and 39 valued crew members. Its existence was last acknowledged on February 4. Just like in many cases, its radio transmission broke mysteriously mid-sentence. What's more intriguing is that during the transmission, the commander was briefing about good weather conditions and helpful navigation, just before the reporting was cut short. It was sad to see such a monstrous tanker meet its end like this, after years and years of successful operations.